What do you think?
Black Panther, Baywatch, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I know. Let's get started.
Shut up and sit down.
Starting off with Black Panther. Okay, so, hey, get out of the tree. You get down from there. I done told you get down. Thank you. So we got our main man, Chadwick Boseman. He's taking on the mantle of Black Panther. I really wish he would stop hovering over me like this. It's really getting to me. Running in second place is Michael B. Jordan, who is going to be the antagonist to Black Panther. At least that's what it looks like. And you see them going at it a bit in the trailer itself. Now, my best guess is that is probably some kind of ceremony to maybe see who takes on the mantle of Black Panther, or possibly Michael B. Jordan challenges T'Challa to take the mantle of Black Panther, and T'Challa says, "Bring it, bitch." It's fresh visuals, tons of attitude. It looks like it is going to kick the shit out of some previous Marvel films that we had, and I'm down for that. Now, originally, Black Panther got his power from an herb to excel their strength, their agility, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's how they're going to play it out in the film. Not too sure. I don't really care how it plays out. I always like better just the natural powers. They got power. But if you need an herb, get some herb. Do not mean that. The visual theme is just insanely different and beautiful. It's bright color. I mean, don't get me wrong, Marvel has been known for being brighter, as opposed to DC is a very dark, hue to the color of the overall film. This looks super bright and beautiful, and look at me. The trailer that we've gotten so far is any indication to what will be delivered on the day it is released. I am dying to see Black Panther. So if you haven't seen it, go check out the Black Panther trailer, facebook.com/Frankly Freddie. I have the trailer on my Facebook page. Go check it out. It is amazing. Moving on. Baywatch. We got The Rock and Zac Efron doing some funny. Now, if you caught my top 3 must-see movies for 2017, Baywatch was one of the top 3. And I was really pulling for it. I mean, I thought that... I mean, look at that. That guy's got a great track record right now. But it seems like I should have stuck with my initial point of view, which Baywatch seemed like a bit of... It almost seemed like it was going to spoof itself. And it didn't do that intentionally, and it wasn't like a scary movie spoof, but the comedy was... It hit a lot in the beginning. And then as the story goes on, where you need to keep the audience interested, and it needs to, keep a good flow that, keeps you paying attention and want to keep watching it, that's where it started to fall flat. It had a lot of jokes, but maybe 60% of them hit, and I really lost interest toward the end of the film. Yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that guy's awesome, playing the main role, followed up by Zac Efron, who is a kind of pain-in-the-ass Olympic swimmer who's awesome. He's a good person, but he's kind of a dick at the same time, and he's struggling with personal issues in the beginning. He plays the dick pretty well in the beginning. They're back and forth in the beginning. As I said, the beginning kept me. It was hilarious in the beginning, and then it really loses steam about a little past halfway. You had Alexandra Daddario playing Zac Efron's love interest, and I think she did a good job. She was pretty funny, but a lot of it was already in the trailer. If you had watched the last bit of trailers that came out right before the movie, a lot of the comedy was exposed in the trailer. And then you got the flip side of that, which was a lot of the comedy that was in the trailer wasn't even in the movie. What the is that, Rock? Where did the funny go? Anyway, Kelly Rohrbach, I'm butchering that. Kelly Rohrbach, she was basically the stand-in for Pam Anderson. Now, speaking of Pam Anderson, right, it's not a spoiler at this point that there were cameos. You had the Hoff, and then you had Pam Anderson. Both cameos were worthless. They weren't creative, they weren't intriguing, they weren't funny. And the Hoff, man, his lines, David Hasselhoff, his line delivery, like, a lot of people seem to phone it in. So, man, you really need to get back into it, buddy, blah, 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 and boobs, and boobs. overall, this is a review, so for Baywatch, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 5. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. You guys had it going in the beginning. What the hell happened? Why did you get halfway through and say, ah? And why didn't anyone yell at David Hasselhoff? Hoff, you have got to deliver your lines with some emotion. 2 out of 5 for Baywatch. Moving on. And finally, people, we come to it. Wonder Woman! Kick the shit out of any DC film that has come before it. And that's not cool. Great job, Gala. Same to you, Patty. You guys kicked ass. But it pisses me off that you did better. Biggest movie that should have ever came out. Batman v Superman should have kicked the shit out of you. But I love you. Wonder Woman, you're awesome. And I was pulling for Wonder Woman, man. And they delivered. It was not without its faults. Don't let me blow it up too far. It was amazingly well done. And it was amazingly emotional. And Wonder Woman was what she was supposed to be, which was an inspiration. Her with the shield, with the ding, 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 ding. That was one of the most influential and inspirational scenes in the entire movie, hands down. Now, I'm going to break the scene down for you a little bit. It's not a spoiler. She ends up in that situation because the men have been pinned down for a long period of time. She climbs that ladder and goes into hell. And she kicks ass in that scene. It was so emotionally gripping and well done. It was awesome, man. Awesome job, Patty. Awesome job. Immediately, the first battle that you get is heavily entertaining. It is basically a display battle of what the Amazons, are capable of. And it is impressive, to say the least. You don't really get to see much of Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, really showing off in that fight. The first enemy she's ever faced. Because you get to see her reaction to what the world is off of Themyscira. Once she finally gets off of the island, which takes a little while, they arrive in England, and that's when the shenanigans ensue. Coming to America, Crocodile Dundee, a fish out of water story. Not used to how human beings go through their day-to-day and what they wear and how they act and their politeness and their sarcasms, and she just doesn't get it. Then you get to my favorite part of the movie, the second battle, which is the battle you see in the trailer with her stopping the bullets with the shield. That was, to me, far more entertaining and gripping than even the final fight. But what kept me really rooting is, one, Gal Gadot. I was completely against Gal Gadot. I think like 90% of the world was against Gal Gadot. But those, producers and the casting directors and the people, they seen something that the American audience did not see. Hell yes, great job. Thank you. I still have some, size complaints because she is really small and Wonder Woman's kind of like a broader, just iconic woman. But when she gets into that suit and she gets into battle, it looks right. And once she's learning about, what war really is when she starts getting a far better understanding of what man really is. Her naivete is absolutely beautifully done. You can understand her expression of why. That makes no sense. Why do you do this to each other? And it is beautifully delivered and very well done. And you get to the final fight, which I enjoyed. It was visually stunning. The final fight was visually stunning. But it was kind of layered with tropes and cliches. Maybe in an animated film or something like that, it would have done well. It would have been okay. In the position that they're in with trying to elevate the overall positioning of Wonder Woman within the DCEU and within the overall fan base of DC, they're trying to get her to Batman status. And she's getting close. And for the women that are fans, holy shit, she's there. I'll let you determine that on your own. I do not want to spoil anything for you guys. So that is it. I am going to give Wonder Woman a 4 out of 5. It was awesome. Best DC film thus far. I wanted Batman v Superman to be so iconic and legendary, and they just ruined it. Thanks a lot. You really did a great job. I like the guy. He's a good guy. It's fun. And that's it, guys and girls. We got Baysuck at 2 out of 5. We got Wonder Woman at 4 out of 5. And we got the new Black Panther trailer that blows our freaking minds. I'm Frankly Freddie, being Freddie. But frankly, we've come to an end. So why don't you swing by Facebook.com/FranklyFreddie Instagram, Frankly Freddie, and Twitter, Frankly Freddie1. I hope you're going to check out my next video. There's a link to the last video somewhere around her. Click on that. You guys are awesome. Catch you next time.
Shut up and sit down.
Let's talk some Wonder Woman.